What's going on? How are you guys today? I wish I set up my green screen. I forgot we were going to do the vegan, dietary stuff, but that's fine. We can watch videos anyway. So if you guys have any like recent vegan stuff or just anything I guess pertaining to these vegan day of eatings, vegan nonsense, let me know in the chat and we can take a look at it. Hopefully we can distract you guys from being locked inside. That being said, if you watch yesterday's video about the LEDs and stuff, I mentioned I was going to send you guys a flyer that I'll have shortly. I don't have it yet, but if you guys want to be sent a flyer, that's very important for you to hand out around your community. Go to frank-stefano.com, sign up for the newsletter right here at the top, and there's also going to be a pop-up. So just sign up for that newsletter, and I will get you guys the flyer hopefully by tomorrow, early next week. You can start handing it out, and we can start, I guess, taking back our freedom. So hopefully we don't get copyrighted. For like I used to not get blocked. I used to just, monetize the channel of the vegan that I was watching. But on this new YouTube channel, they're blocking the live streams after. So hopefully this doesn't get blocked, and you guys can watch it afterwards. Hurry up and stop sexting slightly crazy vegan. How'd you know what I was doing? Vegan dietary advice. Yeah, I think, haven't we named? Oh, well, no, that makes sense. I just have to capitalize the DIE. He's cleaning up the mess from railing a fat chick. What's wrong with you guys today? Who here rubs D3 on their butthole? I haven't tried that one. They put B vitamins in all the sourdough here, so you get them whether you want them or not. Yeah, they fortify them. Maybe he got busted removing some LED lights. We'll do that next week. Probably listens to Juice World. Frank looks a lot different than his cartoon picture. Oh, you guys don't like the twink caveman dragging the twink vegan? How can I super chat? We don't have super chat on this channel until we get 10K subs. So I don't know when that's gonna happen. If I wanted to get 10K subs, I probably shouldn't have made that video about the new 5 Wi-Fi. I don't know what these vegans have been up to lately besides doing like day of eatings and locked inside. Budget friendly vegan grocery haul. Yes, it's like those standard American dieters. I think they're being budget friendly by eating ramen and stuff, but all they're really doing is increasing their hospital bill. Oh, I think all right. So we definitely have to watch Atomi. We definitely have to watch this girl that looks like Sofia Vergara. And I think we know who we have to check up on. We'll see how this goes. If you guys. Oh, how does she have no views? See, Victoria is definitely the most underrated vegan channel from from a creativity and like culinary standpoint. She actually makes some, she actually puts a lot of effort into the food she's making. Oil is going to collapse again in another 3 weeks. Shout out to Goldman Sachs. Isn't it already like $10 a barrel or something? What's going on with the jawline? I've been chewing too much gum. My mom doesn't like it. Can you watch Brian Wiener? Who's Brian Wiener? What the hell's his actual name? Brian Turner, you mean? Vitamin D enema? Might be too much vitamin D. I think plenty of boys in the chat get a vitamin D enema on a daily basis, but now that they've been in quarantine, they haven't been getting their daily injections. Frankie loves himself some good old slam pigs. Ooh wee. All these vegan girls with YouTube channels are beautiful and have sick bodies. It does make veganism look very appealing. Well, Jessica, maybe you're just jealous of all the All the Tarzans there railing. Titomi. All right, let's
In this video, I wanted to show you what I was craving on another day in quarantine, another day working from home, and I've been craving a lot more sweet foods, maybe because spring is emerging. So I just blended up this smoothie of mango, banana, and spirulina that I got from Thrive Market, and I cannot tell.
I seriously wish, like, didn't we talk about this like a couple months ago, like how I should just get like some fancy packaging and put dirt in it and sell it to vegans?
You how delicious this was. You have to try it for yourself. And I had so much energy after. I forgot how much of a rush sugar gives you. I was, if you just damn sugar gives you, delicious this was. You have to try it for yourself. And I had so much energy after. I forgot how much of a rush sugar gives you. I was just dancing. I was really feeling it, if you can tell. But I decided to channel this energy into an actual workout, which I've been doing about 3 or 4 times a week. And I just do random circuits of different exercises until my muscles are very fatigued and I'm a little bit.
Yeah, you know this chick's like completely psycho crazy when she's doing that shit and putting it on camera like it's normal. Like, oh my god. Spirulina has neurotoxic amino acids. I haven't looked too much into that.
Sweaty. Having some kind of structure in my day and keeping busy has been really helpful just for my mental health lately. So I like to have workout time and work time on my laptop and a walk scheduled because that just helps me stay sane during this time. Hi guys! Thank you so much for joining me today on yet another day of vegan food. I wanted to give
What's up with all of these chicks getting like satanic tattoos? You guys see the symbolism on her arm there? What is that? Oh, you guys can't see it. Shit. Oh, you guys can see it here, kinda. Oh wait, there it was. Hold on. What's up with all these girls getting like satanic tattoo symbolism? I mean, am I wrong or am I wrong? Or am I right? What's that saying? I'm right 100% of the time, 50% of the time, all the time. How do you say it?
To make healthy eating easy and affordable for everyone, and if you're a member you get 25 to 50% off of normal retail prices, which makes
Oh no, she's selling stuff. What a surprise. Yo, you guys, what was that chick's name? The younger girl, the teenage girl that like whose channel blew up, that like every single, literally she'd put like her whole vegan day of eating video was just 4 advertisements. Like just 4 advertisements the whole time. Like there's nothing wrong with promoting a product, but when you create a video based solely around like only around the products and the only reason you made that video was to sell the products, that's a whole different story.
Cheaper. I always notice that I can get more for my money when I'm shopping on Thrive, and some of my favorite things to get from there are how easily they categorize organic are my.
You know, Coconut Secret used to sell. This used to be a pretty cool product. Coconut Secret coconut aminos, which is this like, it's like coconut tree sap and they ferment it, and it used to be raw. And then like I think the USDA cucks like buckled down on them and they had to pasteurize it. And now I'm not a fan anymore. I used to be a huge fan of this product. It was like a raw fermented tree sap, and now they pasteurize it, so it's probably still better than soy sauce. I think it's just disappointing that it's not raw anymore. But you know that company's doing really well. It's a very popular product.
My staple basics, but also superfoods, because those can be really expensive, and you can find everything that you need.
That must have been over 5 years ago now,
non-GMO food to clean beauty to non-toxic cleaning supplies, anything that you're really looking for. And I love how easily they categorize their website.
Well, you can't really talk about non-toxic stuff when you're drinking spirulina, right, boys? Why do cruciferous veggies make vegans smell? It's the sulfur, right? Like the veggies are very high in certain mineral compounds that ferment, that certain bacteria, you know, I think it creates an opportunity for dysbiosis and you start farting and stinking.
They have options like keto, non-GMO, vegan, fair trade, BPA free, and so much more. They even have an app, and it's just all this convenience while also being in the comfort of your own home and skipping the lines. They are ensuring that all of their employees get their temperature checked every single day. They have hand sanitizer, they're wearing gloves and masks, and they're also continuing to make sure that everything is delivered.
Yo, have you guys seen what they do to test these fucking people? That's like the biggest IQ test. Like, if you watch a Toyota Corolla like test to how they actually do it, they take this Q-tip and they shove it like into your brain. And if you go to get that test, if you let one of these morons shove anything in your body, you failed the IQ test because they're probably giving you the Toyota Corolla. It's funny. I gotta do a video on that.
With a carbon neutral footprint.
Are yolks high in sulfur? Yeah, they are very high in sulfur. That's why people fart with eggs a lot, especially when they're cooked, not so much raw.
Shipping from their waste-free warehouse. They offer free shipping on orders over $49, and for every membership purchase, they give one to a low.
I guarantee that girl's farts smell better than you. Buddy, you would not be saying that if you've been with a vegan girl. Yo, it does not matter how hot she is and how big her tatas are. As soon as you smell her, your pee-pee will just go like...
income family in need, so that they can also have access to these lower prices. So if you would like to, you can click the first link in my description box and get up to $20 shopping credit when you join today. I love their different membership options. I chose the 12-month plan because then it makes it $5 a month for the whole year. But you can
you can't, what did someone say? You can't feel the soul behind her voice. Well boys, she can't say she didn't have a way out. I think I emailed her one day like, hey, Hitomi, if you want to be a new cute carnivore couple, I'll help you out. And she was like, she didn't even respond. So she had a way out of this vegan nonsense. She had a way out. She might still have a way out.
You can also just go month to month and see if Thrive aligns with you and if you enjoy using it. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. But let's just get back into the video, into the meals. A little bit later, I snacked on some carrots. These are dehydrated carrots with a little bit of salt and pepper. They're really good. And then for lunch, I made some miso soup with a little bit of ginger. And
did you find Hitomi at the Kink headquarters, upper floor? Yeah, I was tempted to go to because I work out at the same gym as her, but it's the different location. I think she works out at Lifetime Fitness. So I was tempted to go to Lifetime in Manhattan. I don't know if there's a bunch of different ones now, though.
And added some tamari, which is kind of like a Japanese version of soy sauce. I think it has a little bit less salt. And then I added sriracha and maple syrup, making a nice little ramen broth just to taste. And I added these Wonder noodles that I got on Thrive. These are gluten-free and they're so good. They have a really nice texture.
You'll never buy like Asian stuff on Thrive. Like those shirataki noodles, I guarantee you those are probably valued at like $4 or $5 on oh wait, what did I just do? Those are probably like valued at $4 or $5 on Thrive, whereas if you go to an Asian market and buy this stuff, it's so dirt cheap. It's probably like $1 or $2.
These Wonder noodles that I got on Thrive. These are gluten-free and they're so good. They have a really nice texture. They don't just fall apart in the hot.
Does anyone know how to fix that? What did I do? F11. You guys know what I did to get this white stuff on the screen? How do I get rid of this? What if we refresh the page?
In this video, I wanted to show you what I was craving on another day in quarantine. This jackfruit, I caramelized it with maple syrup and sriracha and got it.
How long does a piece of masticum last when you chew the same piece over and over? Probably 20 or 30 hours. Frank is getting nervous about what? I don't get nervous.
Kind of charred on the ends, and ooh, that was just a really good addition. Now, I just need to say that assembling a bowl of ramen is one of the more beautiful things that I've gotten to do in my life.
Watch Vic DiBettetto, the New York guy that's yelling in his car about what's going on in the world. This whole video is just one large Thrive ad, just like that young girl with all the products being sponsored you mentioned a few minutes ago. Yeah, I don't think Hitomi used to do stuff like this. It used to be just like spiritual bullshit and like 10 minutes of her talking without talking. But this does seem like a Thrive ad.
And it's just a cherished experience, let me tell you. This one came together so beautifully and was so delicious. So every time before I eat, as you guys probably know, I like to take some deep breaths into my belly and really just take a moment to connect with my body and with this
Frank, do you guys know how to get this white off the screen?
present moment, and make sure that I'm not eating food from a place of self-destruction or spiraling or anxiety. I just like to kind of center my energy before I receive
Didn't Hitomi invent Bitcoin? No, she invented Titcoin.
food. This just helps me to make sure I don't overeat and make sure not to use food as a way to harm myself or self-sabotage. I was talking to my friend Umi about this last night on Instagram Live, but how if we did not struggle with food, we wouldn't have this sacred, very intentional, healing relationship with food.
See, Hitomi basically just said she cheats on the vegan diet.
Food that we have now, where we truly honor.
She lost her clients because of the virus now, so she needs to do those ads. Oh, that's right. Wasn't she sleeping with wasn't she sleeping with girls for money? Is that what she was doing?
Everything that we put into our bodies. I'm just gonna wake up and ask myself how I can serve my body the best and listen to that. This really is bomb. Not gonna
Heavy buy on Titcoin.
lie. I think all
Big
of healing
Titcoin.
takes just simply being as present as possible, moment to moment, because even when we do have those setbacks or we relapse, we can be present with that and be present with why that happened and then work to change the programming that led us there.
I agree.
Instead of just resting in a place of guilt
Exactly.
with it. Just oh, okay.
100%.
That happened. Now,
Yes.
let me question it. Let me see what I can do better. Good food makes you want to dance. Honestly, I really don't love radishes, but I know they're really good for you. So that's why I eat them.
Nothing is good for you unless it tastes good.
I don't hate them, but I just don't love them yet. I think it'll grow on me. I already have a little soy sauce stain, and oh my goodness, literally all of my white clothes, it's always soy sauce. It's always tamari or soy sauce that stains it, which is the most Asian thing I could imagine. Also, of course, I just stay hydrated, drinking water all day long. I love water. Water is so healing. Water just resets everything.
This is definitely copyrighted. I don't really want to watch this on stream. Well, there's a bunch of dislikes, which is good. I mean, there's probably symbolism in this video, but we'd have to watch it without the volume on, probably. Oh, there's a coffin. Grim Reapers. Yeah, his hair is kind of his hair is kind of like a Catholic priest almost. Yeah, this is all weird satanic ritualistic bullshit. I don't like there's no point in watching this shit. It's just look, they got Baphomet, the right there. The goat with the horns. Yeah, no one who wants to watch this shit. Can't be any more obvious. That's the most obvious shit there's ever been. And what's satanic about this is these are probably not women. These are probably men. If you look at the body proportions, the skull, those are probably men. It's part of their satanic shit. Yep, there you go. This is retarded. This is so stupid. How much more obvious can it be? You're doing triangle signs. Well, hopefully by the end of the year, all these people are in a ditch.
I'm so grateful even just to drink water. I feel everything I'm just so grateful to receive, because it's all from this earth, and it's all medicine, and I'm just like, wow, how lucky am I? And just that gratitude continues to ripple out. I feel like gratitude is one of the strongest forces, man. But yeah, I'm going to drop into some editing, and I'll see you guys in a little bit for dinner. Got some ripe bananas, so I decided to make some banana bread, and I'll link the recipe that I used down below, but it's surprisingly so simple, and I just whipped it together in 15 minutes and threw it in the oven to bake, and voila, we had banana bread. I had 2 slices of this with butter, vegan butter, and it was really good. I overmixed it, but it was still delicious. Butter. And then for dinner, I was really craving veggies.
I thought, well, I guess Hitomi hasn't been able to get her normal vegan butter, if you know what I mean.
I just always crave this, so I made a simple stir fry, my usual zucchini, red pepper, and broccoli, and then I also added this jackfruit.
Yo, I hate seeing these boxes of stuff at Whole Foods. It's like that hipster bullshit. Oh, where was it?
And voila, we had banana bread. I had 2 slices of this with butter, vegan butter, and it was really good. I overmixed it, but it was still delicious. And then for dinner, I was really craving veggies. I just always crave this, so I made a simple stir fry, my usual zucchini, red pepper, and broccoli, and then I also...
Yo, this stuff they charge like $8 for. It's ridiculous. It's like meat is literally cheaper. It's madness.
Also added this jackfruit once again, just because it's a nice little meaty texture addition to add to any dish. And my favorite way to season veggies is with these liquid aminos, lemon, and then garlic and onion.
I mean, that's what all the vegans do. Usually, you know, culinarily speaking, to make the vegetables palatable, they have to add acidity, sweetness, sugar, saltiness. They add a bunch of different flavors. She has the aminos, the lemon juice, a bunch of different things to make it sweeter, saltier, to make it palatable.
Powder, and that's all it really needs. It's so good. My love for candles has exponentially increased since the start.
The normies are waking up to Gates. Look at the comments on his videos. Yeah, but the problem is the normies aren't waking up to the new Wi-Fi infrastructure and the surveillance infrastructure. They're actually supporting it, it seems like. That's the biggest problem.
Of this quarantine, since really I moved into this apartment, because I just love the ambiance of candles. I have one really bright light in my room, but as the sun starts to set, this light is just so white and sterile, and so the candlelight provides such a beautiful ambiance and just feels like, I don't know, some different kind of love. Also, making love with candlelight is very underrated. I have a cup of mint tea, which is one of my favorite ways to end the day.
Tomi's been locked in quarantine too long. She's thinking about the candles.
It's either mint or lemon ginger, and I like to use fresh herbs, but my little diffuser, the holes are too big, so the herbs just go through them. So I've been using tea bags, but I really think it's 1, more cost effective, and 2, more fun to make your own.
Frank, nothing is good for you unless it tastes good. Also, Frank, so this is some fat and pork liver that's been fermenting for 3 weeks. Yeah, but the fermented meat actually tastes good. Frank, would you simp for Hitomi? She's probably not tall enough for me to simp for her. If Hitomi was taller than me, I would probably simp for her.
Tea blends. So in the future, I would love to do a video on that, because I'm all about my healing teas and herbs, especially because it's so easy to find herbs like out.
That's the candle wax that she pours on Frankie. I would scream like a little girl.
Out in nature to brew into tea or into tinctures. But I have this extra packaging from the Thrive box that I got, and I'm gonna write affirmations on it. I just think it'll be cute to have like a whole hanging wall of affirmations, and this kind of reminds me of Be Here Now by Ram Dass, that book. The paper is like that beautiful, I don't know, crispy beige colors. I have my utensils and this book, A Return to Love, which I've been reading for a minute.
Was that an insult, Lori? Are the females in my chat getting salty?
I just like keep going back and rereading parts that I really resonated with. But I'm starting to read Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm starting that book, which I'm really excited about. So I've been recommended that, so I will recommend it before even reading it, because I just really align with a lot of things that he says. So Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. But this one has a lot of good just like 1 or 2 liners that would be great reminders for a little affirmation thing on my wall. We're taking the ultimate responsibility for a situation by being responsible for our thoughts about it. There's no more potent way to thank God for your gifts or to increase them than by sharing them. You will be given as much power in the world as you are willing to use on this.
Do I have yellow fever? It's just like Asian girls are attractive, but they're not like super duper hot. Maybe once in a while they're super duper hot. That's the double-edged sword of being an Asian person. Like, most people are attracted to you, but you're not like super attractive.
The spirit's behalf. Make your work an expression of love in service to mankind. I'm gonna write that one down. I also have my Rumi Oracle deck. This is my favorite deck to.
Can someone with 1 kidney follow carnivore diet? I probably forgot to do the. I think a video I have to do is, does protein damage the kidneys? I think that's a big one, that a question I get a lot from people. But short answer, yeah, I mean, protein metabolism might have some implications with the kidneys, but there's other factors that play into that as well, especially carbohydrate consumption and Wi-Fi frequencies. There's just too much. There's really too much to talk about on that topic. I'd have to do some more research.
Work with. It just goes so deep, and I don't know how it's just so accurate every single time that I draw a card from this. It's like the exact medicine that I needed. It has rituals for actually.
This reminds me of the movie Airplane, where this woman wouldn't shut up and the passenger committed suicide.
Honoring the card, which I think is so important. I mean, so much of spiritual practice is about integration. Like, you can have these amazing, high, expansive.
Yeah, do you guys actually know what ethnicity Hitomi is? I forgot. I think she said it in a video. I just don't remember.
Experiences, but if you don't know how to come back down to earth and change your relationships and change.
Well, Hitomi's definitely not on planet Earth.
You know, the course of your actions in this life, then what's the point of having those like high vibrational experiences if they have nowhere to land in a way?
Yo, this is what we're talking about. Like, she just talks about like those 2 sentences she just said. Like, try to decipher them. Let's replay that.
Your relationships and change, you know, the course of your actions in this life, then what's the point of having those like high vibrational experiences if they have nowhere to land in a way? And so I really just appreciate any person or practice who can honor that and be like, this is how you integrate all of that work that's just been done. This is how you land on your feet and start to transform your life from this physical plane, because we are spirits existing in these physical bodies, and the path of Tantra is to be fully embodied in both, is to bring sacred intention into everything and live fully from your spirit and this human existence without repressing one or the other. When I first started my journey, I just was meditating all the time, that it was like, I would just rather be meditating. Like, I'd rather not actually even be here. I would just rather be in this timeless, formless space all the time. But
she lost me 5 minutes ago. Dude, I've been checked out since like 2 minutes into the video.
Then I started realizing how much of a gift this life is, that everything around us is a tool. Every person can be a reflection of the divine. And
I think she's Peruvian and Japanese. Oh, Kristen, I do remember her saying that. I think you're right.
Is a reflection of us, and I was like, wow, so everything is truly interconnected, and that means that I have nothing really to fear except for fear itself, and I can liberate myself moment to moment, and I can touch the face of God.
No, when we did my last vegan day of eating, I literally wrote down what Hitomi was saying, and for the first like minute of the video, no, look, I'll show you guys. Hold on, let's find it. Frank Tufano, carnivore goes vegan. Yeah, this one.
Oh my God.
Where is it?
To my channel, thank you for being here. I cherish how much every single day here is teaching me.
This is my Hitomi
and
impersonation.
These precious connections I've been making. I just wanted to share that it's like been such a human vlog, and I really feel connection has been my medicine lately. I've been manifesting my spirituality. It's just one of my favorite things to do. It's just like so good to absorb something positive. Just explore how you can unleash something within you, whether it's your mind, your body, your soul. This sounds pretty deep, but I
Frank Deadass made a TikTok of hot dogs referencing girls after quarantine. Yo, so I can't show you guys TikTok, right? Like, the only way you guys can see TikTok is on the app on the phone. I would show you guys my TikTok. It's pretty funny.
Simply through my breath, and I can be in this human existence and just meditate the whole way through. There doesn't have to be a separation between like the spiritual practice on my yoga mat and me just going grocery shopping. It can all just be an extension of love, and that's what I try to do. That just got really deep, but that's how I feel. It's been quite a journey, and the journey only continues.
Theories and suspicions. I'm diagnosed with real people conditions. Today is the day I follow my intuition.
To where I feel peace.
Alright, that's enough of making fun of Hitomi for one day.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. As you can already tell from the title, this video is going to be about what I eat in a day on a plant-based vegan diet. Good morning, my friends. So I like to start out my day with a good cup of coffee. I feel like I would be kind of doing myself a disservice if I didn't take advantage of this morning's harvest. My dogs love to follow me around, as you can see. So yeah, I'm basically just going through our garden. Today we had a bunch of grapefruit that was ready, and the grapefruit is so good. I also found a tangerine, avo, and an apple that was ready as well. A month ago we had an overwhelming amount of passion fruit, so we have a bunch of that. So I think for breakfast this morning I'm going to do...
This is the first. Have we ever seen a vegan actually pick the fruit off the tree?
Some grapefruit and passion fruit.
Why do they all have dogs as pets? It's so ridiculous. It's literally a stereotype at this point. They're vegan, they're afraid to eat meat, but they feed meat to their dogs, and they have like 3 dogs or 3 cats.
Like to drink kombucha throughout my morning. I love the way kombucha makes me feel. It's so good for you. Squeeze some lemon in there because why not? And yeah.
Yum.
That's that. So good.
That's great. Tastes a lot like grapefruit. Lunchtime. Woo-wee. Let's see you.
I don't like this one.
Today I want to share with you one of my favorite bread recipes. It's
Oh, they're using the same music, right? They're using the same music?
gluten-free, it's vegan, it's yeast-free, and we are not using any baking.
See, look how pretty this is. This is why Victoria is the most underrated vegan YouTuber. Look at that. Have you seen these other vegan girls make stuff like that?
Powder, you only need one ingredient, which is buckwheat. The rest is optional, and it makes the amazing toast. And I will show you how easy it is to make an avocado roast for very pretty
Whoa, what's up with her voice?
sandwiches. The only thing you need to do the day before is just cover your buckwheat completely with water and let it sit overnight. This is how our buckwheat.
Oh, she turned into a robot.
The next day, the bigger
Oh, that was her robot voice. Yo, let's play that again.
The rest is optional, and it makes the
Beep
amazing
boop.
toast. And I will show you how easy it is to make an avocado roast for very pretty looking sandwiches.
Her robot
The
voice.
only thing you need to do the day before is just cover
That's
your
her robot
buckwheat
voice.
completely with water and let it sit overnight. This is how our buckwheat groats look the next day. The bigger the
She
water
forgot to
is,
edit out the
there are
robot voice.
Lots of tiny bubbles.
She's
on top, so
malfunctioning.
you have to rinse it really well to get rid of all this water. It will help with your digestion, and it will will make the butter nice and fluffy. I like to rinse buckwheat under cold running water for a few times just
Hello,
to make
humans.
sure that it's nice and clean. Then I transfer it to my
Hello,
high-speed
humans.
blender, but any blender or food processor
You can use
will
TikTok on
do,
PC.
and I combine it with water, salt, and I blend till completely smooth. This is your butter ready in 2 minutes or maybe even less, and these are your 2 main ingredients. The rest is up to you. You can add any seeds, nuts, even dry chopped fruits or herbs to the butter to make every
My stomach
time the
hurts
different
watching this.
flavor. I like to add linseeds because they are
At least she's soaking the
amazing
grain, but look at all the
texture,
seeds
and
she
they're
put
a
in.
great source of healthy omega, and I think the bread always turns out better when I add them, so I really highly recommend them. As well, here I added sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, and it was a really nice addition, so I highly recommend them as well. But yeah, you can
You know, it's like what's in there? What was the base? The grain she soaked. I don't know, like blending up all of those seeds with all that omega-6 and oxidizing them that much, and then baking it. Oh man.
pick your favorites,
The Russian bot may be vegan, but at least she puts effort into making her meals. She must spend all day cooking.
and you can play with texture, with flavors. It's really customizable and super easy to make. It took me about 5 minutes to do, and now what is left is just let it ferment overnight or
Is that the first sign of her teeth chipping away because of the anti-nutrients?
for 24 hours. The fermentation time will depend highly on the temperature in your apartment.
Lack of minerals
the
in the
warmer
diet.
The apartment is, the faster it will ferment, and the colder it is, the longer it will need. You will understand when it's ready because it will get risen a bit, it will start forming bubbles, and the crust will start forming. I will show you exactly how it should look like next morning, but keep in mind one thing: the longer it will sit, the more sour the taste will get. Personally, I love it, so I don't mind fermenting it for 24 hours or for 72 hours, sometimes during winter, because when my apartment is super cold, it just needed that a bit of extra time. So without further ado, I will go work out now, and I will see you next morning. This is how our bread looks next morning. You can see that it has risen quite a bit. It started to form the crust.
She knows what she's doing. Imagine if she imagine if she applied this food knowledge to like actual healthy food. I bet you like her parents or grandparents had like some traditional recipes that they taught her that she is using for this vegan nonsense now. Allows us to see the fermentation, and I think it's amazing because we didn't put any yeast, and you can see how round it is. That means well, she's been vegan for a couple years
now.
now.
To get wherever it needed to rise from the air. How amazing is that? Now we are ready to bake. We need to preheat the oven, and we're gonna have delicious bread very soon. Always let it cool completely before slicing, just because.
Well, do you guys remember what the grain is, the base of the bread?
So much
what grain did she use?
It slices amazingly, holds together so well, which is incredible without using any gluten. Has a really great texture. Adding seeds and nuts not only adds a great flavor, but it as well pumps up nutritional profile because they're amazing for us. This bread freezes really well. You just pop it in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, and when you need a toast, you take one slice out, pop it in your toaster, and in a matter of minutes, you have a fresh sourdough toast. One of my favorite combos of all time is toasted sourdough with homemade beetroot hummus. Always have it on.
We have the malfunctioning robot voice again.
Because I love it so much. It's slightly sweet.
Let's watch another video. Yo, they all play the same music. Do you recommend someone put iodine on their face if they have acne? It can help a little bit, but usually sometimes it darkens it and makes it worse the next few days. Sugar-free delicious cloud. Rude health. Rude health. Brown rice drink organic. Who's that in the background? Mind control music? I think it's working. Oh, she used buckwheat. That's why I asked if you could make a buckwheat video. We should find that buckwheat guy from the vegan festival in New York.
Cheers to the best coffee that you can make in the comfort of your own home. I love to mix 2 layers together so my milk get nice coffee flavor and it's so delicious.
Oh, Frank, you have competition? Well, I think she's like 6 feet tall and that dude looked like he was 7 feet tall, so I don't know about that.
About 2 minutes to do. It's sugar-free. It's absolutely irresistible. The top is so frothy. It's so good and it's...
Why won't First Light sell directly to customers? Because the problem is they sell Wagyu beef, but it's grass-fed, so the product doesn't really live up to what Wagyu is supposed to be. So it's kind of like a really niche product that kind of fits our market. Because Frankie's Free Range Meat, we only sell grass-fed meat products. So if people want Wagyu, we have an option for them. But you know, people normally aren't going to buy. It's different. The gut biome buckwheat guy, yeah.
The best.
That was Tarzan coming out of her bedroom. He was a little too pale to be Tarzan.
Best way to start any morning on the positive way and to get your caffeine hit. So good. Before I go, this is a stevia blend that I used. It's a mix of erythritol and stevia. It's nice and it really works with dalgona. Now I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and show you exactly how to make yours. Tag me if you do and sending you lots of positive vibes. See you very soon. I wish you a lovely morning.
This is so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Hello everyone, it's another day at home and it's another slow morning. Every day is like a Sunday morning, to be honest. It's
Why is
like
Victoria Ciro Frank Tofano in the search bar? I didn't do a video on her.
Hello everyone, it's another day at home and it's another slow morning.
You guys have any videos you wanted to watch? She doesn't blink. Yeah, she doesn't blink. She's from the movie I, Robot. We already established that. Let's see. It's a pretty nice day. I kind of wish I did this live stream a little later. It's all what I eat in a day. These vegans have no creativity. Carnivore versus vegan, veganism debunked. It's just all what I eat in a days. That's literally all it is. They have no creativity. Oh wait, we could listen to Mike the Soy Boy.
Hey, it's Mike here, and today we're going to look at one...
Yo, did Mike just want me to make a video about his new look? Seriously? Yo, he looked like he just got slapped by a bunch of cowboys at Ram Ranch and it turned his hair sideways. Seriously? Yo, is he just begging for me to make fun of him? Where's your skateboard, buddy? You gonna go listen to, what music do these punks listen to? He's gonna go listen to My Chemical Romance while his boyfriend slaps his ass. Oh my fucking god, I can't. I fucking can't. Yo. I fucking can't, yo. Yo, if you like, people make fun of me for not having a beard, but yo, I swear to God. Oh, we don't even have to watch the video. Let's just make fun of his appearance. A slaughterhouse just shut down protein packing plant. I can't believe the amount of brainwashing that's happening in the animal agriculture world. You're listening to this dude. You're listening to this dude. What is wrong with you? What is... Oh my god. If you see this guy around your high school, please call the police. He's just a skater boy. Does he get pegged by Avril Lavigne? There's some vegan chick in the chat right now, like, oh my god, no, you're so wrong. He's hot. All right, let's. Hotspot caused by infected pigs. It's bullshit. You know how? No, I mean, all these vegans are sellout shills. So all these vegans are sellout shills. So they're always they're always gonna go along with the mainstream narrative and twist it towards meat being the issue. You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Old Mike versus new Mike. Yeah, someone should definitely make a meme. Yo, you should hold on. Yo, we'll go to the beard shaving video. I was reading the comments for this yesterday.
So wrong.
And all the thirsty girls. Oh no, it's a dude. Look, Mr. Autica. He's going to look like a baby when he shaves. Oh no, he's hot. See, it's all dudes. Live, love, Leo. Yeah, it's all dudes drooling over him, isn't it? We've been listening to this kid. Oh wow, I guess Mike does attract the fairy boys. Well, there's a couple delusional vegan females in here. You look like a soft boy indie recording artist from the early 2000s. Well, there's a couple better analogies than that.
Type of workplace that has a startling rate of infection across the US, with one location having over half of the cases of that entire state, being the largest hotspot in the entire US. And we're talking about those meat packing plants.
Mike, did you watch my video on the meat packing plants where for some reason they all had, Wi-Fi antennas recently installed near them? I mean, maybe that's a factor for consideration. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong channel. Hold on. So, which one was that? Is there really a food shortage? Hospitals say goodbye to meat. Which video did I go around to the? Is there really a food shortage? Food being thrown out. Shutting down meat plants. Enter the carnivore diet. Say goodbye to meat. Is this the one?
Today was supposed to be a meat
Oh, this was it.
outbreak.
So if you guys saw this video, say goodbye to meat, I basically pointed out how all of these meat plants had towers within an unusually close vicinity to them. All of them. Mike seems to have missed that. Yeehaw, cowboy! Yeehaw! Woo-wee! Frank isn't subbed to his own channel. Is that a bad thing?
Which, let's be honest, we should just call slaughterhouses. No point in sugarcoating it. You can't just put the word plant next to it and make it okay. That does not work. But don't worry, in order to make watching this subject matter somewhat bearable, we're not even going to show any graphic footage of slaughterhouses. We're just going to talk about the topic. So we're going to investigate this, in particular the question, is it just worker-to-worker transmission that is happening here? Or is there something else at play? Could it be that there is a particular farm animal that is infected? We're going to look at the research on the potential of this. Could it happen? What animals are susceptible? A lot of research. Let's go.
This doesn't make sense because, like, look at the skin around his eyes. That just doesn't look good. It looks like his, is he not wearing makeup to cover that up? It looks like, his skin is almost decaying away. Could that be a lack of, what would that be, a lack of amino acids in the diet?
And yes, my beard is gone. If this is traumatizing for you, then please go back to my most recent video and watch.
Are you the reincarnation of Chad Tufano? What, because I've been chewing the gum?
watch it so that your brain can wrap itself around it. You've probably seen some of the headlines about how all of these meat processing plants across the US are shutting down and how this is probably going to lead a meat shortage, which has of course led a lot of vegans to be like, it's all going according to plan. Anyway, let's look at the breadth of this issue. We have that South Dakota.
Like, he's joking, but that's literally what it is. Is Mike losing his hair? Is that why he does the comb over? What about my skin? My skin looks good. I might have bags under my eyes because I'm tired, but that's a very, very weird look. Because he doesn't have eye bags. He's like one of those people who doesn't have eye bags, but his skin just doesn't look healthy.
Dakota Smithfield pork plant that had a ton of cases, over half of South Dakota's cases. Right now, they're at about 900, which is about 25% of all of the workers that worked there, and it's probably spreading to their families, which is horrible, but that makes it the single largest coronavirus hotspot within the U.S., surpassing the Cook County Jail and the
all scripted,
USS
set up
Theodore
bullshit.
Roosevelt, which is actually in Guam. There's also Louisa County in Iowa, which has a larger per capita infection rate than the state of New York, and that's because of a Tyson slaughterhouse outbreak. You know, there's a Wisconsin slaughterhouse outbreak, but they've concealed the numbers. There was also a JBS slaughterhouse in Greeley, Colorado, and we have 4 deaths from that. They claim about 100 cases, but let's be honest, if you have 4 deaths already, you have more than 100 cases.
Okay,
and there are a ton of other meat plants that are being closed, and other, and B, that there is, in fact, some type of farm animal that got infected somehow throughout the supply chain, and they're making it to these slaughterhouses where
this is completely ridiculous. I can't stand this fake bullshit anymore. And what's even more pathetic and sad is that all of these cuck shills are going along with the agenda. You know, I'm sure they're going to give you a box in that underground prison when you're waiting out the Grand Solar minimum. He has fake tan concealer on. He looks more female. I don't know. I can't stand this. Isolated from a pig during a survey. Okay. So we're just making stuff up to blame meat. Preaching to the choir, buddy. I don't know. Like, this guy's channel is so large, yet all he does is repeat the same stuff. He never debunks anything, never does any. It's always just anti-meat propaganda. It's all just anti-meat propaganda. Every single video. All blame the animals. I just wish like one of these idiots would slip up and we can get like some leaked emails about how they're getting paid to be influencers for the vegan diet. Like we know they're all paid shills. I just wish one of these cucks would slip up. Oversaturated video. Why am I tired? Because I'm staying with my parents and my mom likes making quiche at 8 in the morning, banging everything in the kitchen. I've been trying to figure out why. I used to sleep in I used to have a bedroom in my parents' house that I used to sleep in, but for some reason, the magnetic fields during the day are low, but for some reason at night, like the magnetic fields from the power lines coming into my house go up to like 1,000 for some reason. I don't know why. I gotta call the power company and ask them. It's really weird. It's like the magnetic fields are fine during the day and then at night they blast up. So I can't really sleep in my room. I'm trying to figure out why that's happening. Some of them will slip eventually. It's only a matter of time. John Venus streams from Israel. He's definitely an agent. It's just so fucking obvious. I mean, Raw Alignment was the most obvious one, where she went from being vegan to being advertising for ButcherBox. It was so pathetically obvious. It just exposed all of them, and no one seemed to care. You're gonna start selling toilet paper on Frankie's Strange Meats? Of course, they're all agents. Yeah, it makes you curious. What's the mission? Like, what's the point of gathering? If you recruit enough people to be vegan, and I guess it does make a lot of sense, because if you shove this vegan propaganda down like teenagers' throats, they eventually start trying to convince everyone else in their family to go vegan themselves.
Hey, it's Mike here, and today I need to respond to this 30-day carnivore challenge by Elise Parker, who you probably have heard of as Raw Alignment if you watch my channel, because I did a response video to her a while back. You could say this is the unofficial beginning of my new series, Ex-Vegans, Where Are They Now? Short answer for her, in Meatland. There's a lot wrong with the claims that Elise made in her video about health and otherwise, and I will refute those, but I'm so late to this party that she's also made a second response video to her initial one that I can also address. But I am very much not in support of the carnivore diet. It could double US emissions, as I've calculated in a previous video.
More
it
fake
would just
bullshit.
exorbitantly increase the animal death toll, and she promotes this whole thing with a smile, which is kind of scary, but at least one piece of refreshing news. Well, this video probably has about 500,000 views right now. It has significantly more dislikes than likes, so people aren't buying it. All right, let's go. The first part that irks me about this isn't even Elise's fault, and that is the mainstream media picking this up and then twisting it a little bit.
Okay, so Mike's pretending like he doesn't know. Like, the mainstream media doesn't just pick things up. Everything that's put in the mainstream media is put in the mainstream media because it's part of their network and what they want to promote. And I guarantee you, in this whole 21-minute, 18-second video of bullshit, he doesn't at any point. I mean, I'd be surprised if he actually called her out for being special interest funded. I'd be very surprised, because they're on this. They're both special interest funded. But both Mike the Vegan and Raw Alignment are getting paid by the same people, which is funny. And they're pretending to be opposing each other. They're pretending to be opposed to each other. Why do you think there's like carnivores and vegans in the past that have had each other on their podcasts? Like, it's because they're secretly working together and they just want to control you.
And that's this article essentially making it seem as if she went straight from a vegan diet to a carnivore diet. No, and I've specifically heard people saying that she went straight from vegan to carnivore and just loved the meat
she was
so
technically
much that it's proof
carnivore
that,
for a day when they
vegans
filmed
are
that video
all
of her.
totally unsatisfied and should go back to eating meat, basically. Mainstream media aside, let's get to the video, which really starts off looking a lot like a commercial and sounding a lot like a commercial, which we'll understand in a bit. But here she is.
I've done a lot of crazy things in my life, but I haven't eaten only meat for 30 days. Until now. Carnivore diet is a zero-carb diet that includes nothing but animals.
Yeah, like, I don't know. For me, it's even hard to focus on this stuff because I'm like, isn't the world gonna end next year? You know, like, if we're living in a communist country, why does it even matter? We're not gonna have the choice of what to eat, right?
Okay, I gotta stop it right there because one detail kind of pops out, and that is that she's cooking bacon, and in about 30 seconds after this, she actually starts touting the health benefits of a carnivore diet right after she's cooking a class 1A carcinogen. And people like to downplay the risk of processed meat, but in terms of risk, it's pretty much on par with secondhand smoke. So stop lying to yourself.
Yeah, the relative risk of smoking is like 100. And he's saying it's close to 1.2. He's literally a moron.
It has been shown to help
Control both sides, the illusion of choice. Yeah, they're giving you the illusion that you can choose between a vegan diet or a feedlot beef carnivore diet, when the truth is, go live like the Amish.
relieve the symptoms from many illnesses such as autoimmunity, fatigue, obesity, inflammatory diseases, and more.
Whoa, hang on there. This diet has not been shown to help with anything. There's virtually no science on it, so from any scientifically meaningful perspective, no. But yeah, maybe from some carnivore...
Frank, I'm curious, how do you sell meat without having a farm? How does a butcher sell meat without having a farm?
Or internet anecdotes, yeah, it's been shown to do stuff. So if you want to claim that for a carnivore diet, you also have to admit that Krusty Carl's crack cocaine diet in the alleyway behind Walgreens has also been shown to help with disease. Yes, my crack reverses all those diseases. Flip it in reverse.
Mike, you didn't have to dress up to play a crackhead.
Krusty Carl says it will reverse
you legit look more like a crackhead like that.
your disease. These claims are wild.
Take the Amish pill. I don't think you can join the Amish.
Irresponsible, but at least tell us why it's so good.
There are a few theories on how eating only animal foods can be surprisingly helpful for one's health. Essentially,
the shills on TV.
Yes, eliminate the last bit of humanity that you had left. But seriously, this is like the diet of movie villains and monsters.
Includes all types of meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and organs such as liver and brain, and excludes everything else.
If you could design like the ideal demon diet save for human flesh, this would be the diet. And there are actual elimination diets where you systematically remove some top allergens and then systematically reintroduce them. That way you can actually...
This guy is so fucking boring. We can't even watch. I can't last. This was actually better than most of the other ones. Do you guys have any suggestions about other stuff to watch, or do you want to actually watch this? Because I don't think he's gonna call out her special interest funding. I think he's just gonna continue to talk shit about meat.
Really get Elise out of her comfort zone. A nice challenge. I think it would maybe be like grass-fed and grass-finished is in fact coming from concentrated feedlots where the cattle are fed from troughs of manufactured grass pellets. In other words, legally, it's exactly what she is telling you to eat, but on the other hand, it's exactly what she's telling you is horrible.
As a huge health...
I'm glad he pointed that out. I think I pointed that out in my critique of her too.
Timeline, and now she is saying she cares about animals and promoting selling animal flesh in the same sentence. It just doesn't feel good. And again, to...
Michaela's Insta lately reveals how much she's been paid to shill. You can check it out. I have to post on Instagram more. I keep forgetting. What is she doing? She's still pushing the lion diet bullshit. According to my... What part is her shilling? I mean, yeah, I mean, all of them are going to believe in this shit. Unpopular. What's the unpopular opinion? It's like these people pretend to be, it's like these carnivore dieters are pretending to be like against the Toyota Corolla, but they're still agreeing that it exists and that it's not all a setup and a plan because they're fucking part of it. You know someone is special interest funded if they refuse to acknowledge that there's a possibility that if they don't talk about basically the New World agenda, then they're special interest funded. Frank, go Amish and then secretly vlog your life as an Amish farmer. Guys, I would lose my mind on like day one. I'll just be like, fuck this. Let's take all the animals to the slaughterhouse. Let's sell the meat and call it a day. Is New Zealand safe from the New World Order? Well, the man that is their prime minister took all the guns away, and allegedly the bunkers of the elite people are in New Zealand. So if you're an elite billionaire, you would have been invited to the party in New Zealand already. Petersons take more drugs than the local crack. She's swimming in her big mansion during the quarantine. Is she? Where does a lowly psychologist such as Mr. Peterson get the funds for a mansion? All these people are fucking crooks, man. It goes to show you how fucking... Oh, look, there you go. Tough life. Look at the... And it's not... Look at the fucking... Who gives a shit about the pool? Look at the back. It's like a fucking resort. Guys, I haven't been on vacation in like 15 fucking years. I fucking hate these people. April 1st. What the fuck is going on? You're on a... It's like nothing's going on in the world. This is comical shit. Like, you could tell by what they're doing that they don't believe any of it's true. But they're going along with it and playing along with it. Look at what they... What's the saying? Don't listen to what they say, look at what they do. There's a saying. One of you guys probably know it in the chat. Don't do as they say, do as they do. I don't fucking know. I'm terrible with remembering stuff like that. I don't know. Something like that. He looks good in makeup. Oh, don't say that. We're not allowed to say that on YouTube. These shills are living life on easy mode. Yeah, but the question is, if you want that, you made the wrong choice. They chose to live life on easy mode and be parasites and deceive people. And the people that see them what they are know what they really are. None of the carnivores are hot. Oh, well, with the exception of myself. With all due respect, Frank, you don't seem like the person that will ever take a vacation. Yeah, you're probably right. Do as I say, not as I do. Is that the saying? Do you eat any plant food at all? I mean, I've been doing honey lately, and I've been messing around, but mainly because of the iron overload. The only reason I've been eating more, I don't know if you would consider honey a plant food, but it's a carbohydrate. They sold their souls, if they had any in the first place. None of the carnivore women are hot. None of the carnivores are really, none of the carnivores, even the you can say that, but you can argue that even, none of the vegans, I mean, some of the vegans are attractive, but like, I don't know if like the attractive vegans are like paid or not. Like, I don't know if Cornelia is just,
I honestly don't know how to do this. I hate these serious videos. It's so cliche on YouTube by this point. But 2 videos ago on my channel, I posted me doing a DNA test. A lot of people were upset by how I reacted to my result. And I'm in a really difficult position right now because on the next video I posted, so many people said that I had to answer for myself. Obviously, I don't have to do anything. I do this because I don't want...
Alright, let's watch the original video.
So as you know, I posted...
Oh my god. 9k dislikes to 1k likes. What the fuck did she say? This is what internalized racism looks like? You should be deported to Africa or the Middle East. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Another self-hating European. This is your brain after a lifetime of multicultural brainwashing. 100% European. She should be proud of her heritage. When did it become cool to be ashamed of being white? Yo, what the fuck?
A lot of content from Norway. I talk a lot about how it is to be Norwegian and to live in Norway. But today we're gonna figure out how Norwegian am I really. And this video might be really boring.
What did she say? Yeah, right?
That I'm just 100% Norwegian and that was it. Both my grandmas actually have pretty much always been very interested in our family tree. So I remember from a very young age they showed me. If I remember correctly, that day both figured out that I had like Norwegian kings as my ancestors and stuff like that. So if I have something else mixed in me, it would have to be before that time, but we will reveal it all today. This video is sponsored by MyHeritage and I'm just very excited to get my DNA results. So to make this a bit more fun, I'm gonna talk in Norwegian for the rest of the video. There's gonna be subtitles. And I thought it would be fun for those of you who haven't heard me speak Norwegian, and for those of you who are learning the language, it might be a bit interesting. Jeg heter Cornelia, jeg født I Tromsø I Norge, og har norske foreldre.
Where's the reaction?
Din etnisitet klar. This is just very overwhelming. That music just... Okay, why am I speaking English? Blah. Okay, jeg ble litt satt ut av den musikken. Ok, jeg 67% skandinavisk.
Nightbot is a snitch.
24% irsk, skotsk og wallistisk. Wallistisk det man sier på norsk. Og 8,7% finsk. Det har jeg... What?
Yeah, what?
Så sykt hvit. Jeg kunne ikke vært mer hvit. Nei, jeg hadde håpet på at det var liksom...
I had hoped for
asiatisk,
Asian, African...
afrikansk. Det er helt sykt DNA-treff. Så ser man hvem jeg I slekt
Was she trying to make an excuse for why she was likes dating black dudes?
Kusine, fetter, tante. Oh my gosh. How do they know? Ok, men jeg helt i sjokk at ok, 100% fra Nord- og Vest-Europa. Det kunne jo ikke vært mer kjedelig enn det. Det hadde nesten vært kulere å være 100% norsk. Det som sykt at de prosent, når jeg har sett de andre videoene av andre som gjør det her, så det noen som sånn 1% eller 0,1%.
No, she should probably get a DNA test from a different website too. You should probably get two or go for 2 or 3 different sites before making a video like this, but she didn't think that far ahead. It's okay to be white, Cornelia. Literally brainwashed. Good example this girl is. It's okay to be white, don't be like her. This is oh my god, I can't. Is this because of the shaming about being white recently? You should live in a mud hut made from human feces and mud. You'd be much happier. This girl is an absolute embarrassment. Can someone please fucking explain why everyone's so angry at her to me? I don't really get it. It reminded me of the old saying, no matter how pretty they are, someone's tired of fucking them. You know the brainwashing is complete when you basically hate your own skin color? Well, can someone explain this to me? What's the idea? That no one likes white people? Is that the idea? Funny, the DNA company you use is located in Israel. Finns aren't white. What? I see 1% horse too. These comments give me hope. Apparently the media thinks that a black cop shooting an unarmed white male is not newsworthy. Are you insane? Alright. Give that guy a like. Such a huge problem. Your country was never occupied by another race. So sorry. Alright, whatever. That's enough of that. I think Cornelia has just been trying to sabotage her YouTube channel for the past 2 years. That's what it seems like. I could have done this shit if I knew I would get 3 million views for screaming in my car. I would have fucking done it.
Hey, what do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express. A very ticked off Vic here. You know what ticks me off? Having to tell the government what to do because they have their heads in their asses. Now follow me. There's something that's been bothering me, so I'm just going to say it now. Dear government, we understand that the virus is not your fault. It happened.
It actually is. That's why I didn't like your video, Vic.
It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that idea that maybe you could have acted sooner.
Or the idea that it is their fault and they created it.
And deal with that when this is all over. But here's the deal. We need a real fucking plan. It was the right move to make everyone stay home because that's the only way to deal with a virus like this. But
no, I mean actually, when flu season comes around, you don't lock people inside their homes, but you do make an excuse to lock people in their homes if you want to try to control the whole world through your totalitarian
that's where I have
ideas.
a problem. So, You told us to shut down non-essential businesses. You told us to go home and quarantine. You told us we have to keep social distance and stay inside. But you told us you would help. So where is the fucking help? These checks are what they are. I mean, let's be serious. I'm not...
Right now, people should be fucking, like, if people weren't such a bunch of cucks, like, they should be burning down Walmarts and Targets and shit right now. And supermarkets and Costco's and all the places that are these big companies like Amazon warehouses. Like, these motherfuckers should be, you know, it's ridiculous.
I'm not going to turn away $1,200 because, number one, if you're going to give it to me, I'm taking it. And number two, it's our fucking money, not yours. It's ours. We pay.
No, we need herd immunity. We need herd immunity. Really? Just keep making up bullshit. Keep listening to their fucking agenda while you're locked in your home like a rat. When you guys aren't going to have fucking food a year from now, it's going to be fucking ridiculous. People are so stupid.
Paid that in taxes for everything we do every fucking day. So, okay. Look at the typical family. Mortgage payment, healthcare payment, car payments, electric, water, garbage, phone, blah, 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 blah. So maybe the $1,200 covers the mortgage. But what about all the other costs that we have each month? This $1,200 thing isn't doing shit for the normal working family. You want to help? Here's one idea. Tell the fucking banks and mortgage companies to stop all mortgage payments at this time. Just stop them. And don't give me that 3-month furlough bullshit. How does that even make sense? So someone who lost their job because you said to stay at home doesn't pay mortgage for 3 months, but in the 4th month, they have to not only pay that month that's due, but also the 3 months they owed in full because it was furloughed? How the fuck does that help, you greedy cocksuckers? Someone was just unemployed and not earning money for 3 months.
Did you see the video where they put the test swab so far up this guy's nose that it came up bloody? Can you guys send me any videos or articles pertaining to like test kits and testing? Because they're literally giving people the Toyota Corolla by testing them. They're literally shoving the Q-tip up people's noses so hard to infect them. When if you fail the fucking IQ test if you're going to get tested for this, because they're going to give it to you.
They weren't earning money. Hello? Now they just start back to work and all that money magically appears so they can pay the 3 months in a lump sum. How are they fucking paying that? Are you fucking idiots? Look, it almost makes sense that they can start paying the current mortgage due for the month when they go back to work. But they can't pay the prior 3 months. They had no income. So here's the idea. Just add the 3 fucking months of the furlough to the back end of the loan. So if they had, let's say, 19 years and 6 months left in their mortgage, just add the 3 months. So now they have 19 years and 9 months. How fucking hard is that? You'll get your money, you shitbags. It's just delayed. The working stiff wins if you do that. It really helps. It actually helps. And
The spitting is kind of grossing me out.
Assholes. I mean, come on. You literally make billions of dollars in profit quarterly. That's every 3 months. The last crash was 10 years ago. So you have 10 years of massive profits and you need a bailout after 2 weeks of a shutdown? How come we, the people, have to save for a rainy day, but you save nothing? Every fucking quarter that you made $3 billion in profit, not income, profit, and all that means you paid all your salaries.
This
and bills
car
and
is
everything you
dripping
needed to
with
pay
spit. It's
to run a
grossing me the
company
fuck
for 3
out.
fucking months. So every time you made $3 billion in a quarter, if you had just put $1 billion in the bank, you'd have $40 billion in the bank after 10 years. That's not even including interest. But no, you greedy cocksuckers have to get bailed out again from our taxpayer money, and then you shit on us by not giving us a real break on our mortgages, credit card bills, or car payments, or anything, and the government allows this. We get fucked. We bail you out, we get fucked. Rinse, lather, repeat. You dirt-neck fucking pieces of shit should have had more than enough money to keep paying your workers and give everyone a break in mortgage payments the way I said for the time being. And again, I'm not saying to wipe the slate clean. I'm saying to just add the missing mortgage payment to the back end of everyone's loans. Do it for everything. The car lease is now 3 months longer. The credit card payment is now 3 months longer. The mortgage payment is now 3 months longer. You want to help the American worker, you can eliminate all payments due until this is...
This got a lot of publicity, but it doesn't. It just basically distracts people, and this is the assumption that everything that's being told to us right now is the truth. That's the problem. Is the video is overarchingly assuming that, you know, what we've been told is the truth and everything is okay. Man died at the testing center 5 minutes from my house, waiting to hear the cause. Yeah, go figure. Pretty sad. If you guys want to ask questions for a few minutes, I think we'll wrap this up early today. It's a pretty nice day outside. So sad. The friends of mine are constantly looking at the new Toyota Corolla numbers and the ones in the area, and they're saying don't go out, blah 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 blah. Yeah, tell them to stay inside like the cuck pussies you are. Like they don't realize people are just stupid. Obedient little slaves. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the people that are disobeying, that are going outside and doing what they want, the scary part is they're probably spraying the air with shit to make those people sick to prove them wrong or some shit. That's the scary part. Scary part is even if you think you're right and there's nothing going on, they can spray shit in the air or infect you with stuff to make you really sick. You can't win, basically. You can't win. If you go out and say, "Oh, I'm not sick, I'm fine," and they shoot you with a beam, and then you're on the floor the next day and you can't breathe. "Oh yeah, you're sick. We got you, buddy." That's literally what they're probably doing. So it's a pretty shitty situation. I've gone over this several times. The main thing I've said is like, well, you know, if regardless of what's happening on in the world, if you just throw the Toyota Corolla blanket over it, everything's okay. It doesn't matter. You'll realize who to trust after this whole thing. I mean, I haven't seen anyone on YouTube speak out about this against me. All these other cucks in the dietary community, no one's talked about this besides me. Lab made to spread abnormally, I think. That's the leading theory. The leading theory is that it is made to spread abnormally, but even if it is real, the death rate and what actually causes people issues is unhealthy lifestyle factors. I got the beef short ribs today. I don't think I've ever been happier with a piece of meat. Hey Ash, I'm glad you. Hope you enjoy them. Do you think vegetables are a backup food for a human being? In several of my videos where I talked about plant foods, I basically explained how, you know, carbohydrates and grains and vegetables are basically energy for humans, whereas animal foods are the nutrition. Plant foods can have minerals, though. Largely energy, but some minerals. I don't care, guys. If you tell me about doctors talking about all these doctors are special interest shills, and I think the doctors that are shilling various points are just trying to gather data and see how many people are opposing the main narrative. Ribs looked awesome. Yeah, no. So if you guys have any more questions, we'll wrap this up in a few minutes. I mean, we could talk about whatever, health questions, Toyota Corolla, whatever. I think we'll do this live stream a little later on next Saturday. How do we fight these elite pricks to get our money back? Go to frank-stefano.com and sign up for my newsletter. Sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to send you guys out a flyer to hand out. And this flyer is basically going to be based around the new infrastructure they're setting up. You're not going to... Look, I don't think we're going to be able to convince people that all of this is fake nonsense and the new agenda. I think what we can convince people of, though, is that these new devices they're putting up and this infrastructure they're installing is dangerous. You see the video of people protesting an officer's house for arresting a mom for staying at a playground with kids? Yeah, it's ridiculous. The police officers are one of the worst parts of this. And it's kind of weird to me that there's a lot of pro-police officer bullshit on TikTok. I think they're trying to get people to like police officers and trust them, which is not good. Yeah, so I'm designing a flyer. I just don't know if... Okay, yeah, no, we're good. I'm going to have a pretty cool flyer for you guys soon. When you will refuse the test, it's the end for the woke people. Any book suggestions that would help change my perception on veganism? Having a hard time to transition to animal products? There's a couple good books, like The Fat of the Land, Vilhjalmur Stephenson. There's Weston Price, Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. Of course, I have my book, The Ancestral Indigenous Diet. Nora Gugaudis has a book, Primal Body, Primal Mind. Paul Chek, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. Police are an arm of the elite pedophiles. Yeah. Taping it to the rear window of your car. I mean, it's going to be a 8.5 by 11 flyer, so you're going to have to hand it out and give it to people. Rashid Buttar is special interest, controlled opposition. I think he was speaking positively about the new Wi-Fi. Am I wrong? Hold on, am I wrong on that? It's hard to say. There's a lot of disinfo, but the point is, if the person's a doctor and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views, they're controlled. The reason I get censored is because I'm not controlled. Mandatory test in 2 weeks in France. Are you serious? Let me look that up. That's not good. That's crazy. France to unveil end of lockdown plan within 2 weeks. Where does it say that they're going to mandatory test? Online test aimed at help. I mean, what do you mean they're going to force people to test? Alex Jones got censored and he's 100% controlled. Well, that was staged. That's staged. He got a lot of views, so he's not censored. Everything was staged. Y'all, I can't fail my senior class. I'm about to graduate. Does anyone want to be interviewed? It would only take about 10 minutes. What's wrong, Andrea? You can't find people to interview? You could just, does it have to be like a video interview, or does it have to be written down? Why don't you just make up the answers? Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no, we'll try to do this a little later next week. It says they're aiming at 200,000 tests per week in France to infect people. That's crazy. People are so stupid. Q is a psyop to keep people trusting they're good people in government. Yeah, no, people are retarded. Regardless of whether the Q stuff is true or not, you guys might think even if what they're doing is true and they're doing a good thing by rescuing all these children, they're still installing your new fucking Wi-Fi prison, you idiots. I'll hand out flyers, but I live in Norway. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just sign up for the newsletter and I'll send you guys the flyer as soon as it's done. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. I think in the future, if you're not tested, you won't be able to apply for certain jobs and travel. Hey, I'll give them my blood. I'll give them a sample of whatever that they want. I'm not letting them. This is the thing. You can test me for whatever you want, but you're not using your bullshit testing. You're not sticking me with a needle or shoving a Q-tip up my fucking nose. I'll do it myself. I'll get my own Q-tip. I'll spit in whatever you want. You're not putting stuff on me. Like that's why people are stupid. Why are they using invasive tests? Why are they using invasive tests? Q is really Mossad, CIA. It seems all bullshit. They're all working together and they hate children. Yeah. Why are they doing this? Because they're fucking evil. I think the Q stuff is all bullshit too. It's hard to say. Like every time I look at the Q stuff, out of everything I've gone over, it's the only thing that makes some sense. So guys, I'm gonna wrap this up now. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I haven't eaten yet today. I still have to work out. I still have to film my video for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go. But I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video, and we'll do another live stream on Tuesday.